I like about Drake losing to a Pusha T, Drake losing to a Kendrick, still on top of the game, is it shows you that losses aren't deaths. You know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of times people are avoiding certain conflicts or avoiding just approaching something because they're like, well, what's that going to look like if it don't go the right way?
I didn't think he entered into any of those battles thinking he was going to lose.
No, of course not. Of course not. But it also but it's not a death sentence.
Right.
Perfect.
It's your guy, the Iceman, Drizzy Drake, man. We knew the album was coming for a long time. A lot of hype around it. It was the first solo one, I guess, after the beef, right? Has popped off. And he did not disappoint.
No.
Not only did he not disappoint, he actually made Billboard history. Drake became the first artist ever to simultaneously hold the number 1, 2, and 3 spots on the Billboard 200.
Oh, really?
Exactly, yep. His albums, they're named Iceman, Habibti, and Maid of Honor debuted at the top 3 spots in the same week, and that's never happened before in Billboard's history.
The whole album?
The album, they're on the album, yeah.
Okay.
No. So the album, there's two things. There's the album charts, and then there's the singles chart.
Right.
So on the album one, he's the first one to hold 1, 2, and 3 on the Billboard 200.
Damn.
And then, but that's not all. Let me see what else he did. He charted 42 songs in a single week, which is a Billboard record. Every eligible song from the 3 projects entered the Hot 100, and he also occupied 9 of the top 10 spots. Broke Michael Jackson's record with Janice STFU when that debuted at number 1. That gave him the most number 1 songs by a solo male artist in Billboard 100 history. He passed Jay-Z too, I believe.
Get that paper.
Yeah, nah. What's the Jay-Z stat? He earned his 15th Billboard number 1 album, and that moves him ahead of Jay-Z for the most number 1 albums among solo male rap R&B artists. And he's now tied with Taylor Swift among solo artists overall. Only the Beatles have more number 1 albums. That's fire. I mean, whether you hate them or love them, you know what I'm saying? Whatever side you fall on it, you got to give props to the people making history. You know what I'm saying?
Drake's a hit maker, man.
Yeah. It's almost like
undeniable.
It's like LeBron. Whether you're a LeBron fan, whether you're a stan, whether you're a hater, the numbers, he got all the records. And you know what I'm saying? Ironically, those two guys don't get along with each other, but they both, you know what I'm saying, making history. Have you had a chance to listen to all 3 albums? It's been about 2 weeks now. Yeah. I'm still, I ain't gonna lie, I have not listened to Habibti, but Iceman and Maid of Honor, definitely fire, you know what I'm saying? But if I'm not mistaken, Habibti is more the joints for the ladies.
No, that's Maid of Honor.
Is it?
I thought Maid of Honor, like, that has, like...
Well, so when I say songs for the ladies singing, because they both might be so, but I thought Maid of Honor, when I listened to it, was more like he's experimenting with, like, different sounds.
He's certainly experimenting.
Like, this is a song I heard that...
But I feel like it's certainly a lot of...
It's for the women. No, they both for the... That's how I worded that wrong. They both for the ladies. Okay. But he's singing more on a BT, which if I'm not mistaken. And Maid of Honor, he's spitting, or he's doing the West Indian thing. Like, I would say it's a fusion of West Indian music, Jersey Club meets EDM.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but
and it works, which is insane. I was like, yo, this is. I didn't want to hate on it, but I didn't know how to go into it, listen to it, because Iceman is bars.
Yeah,
Iceman is you still hearing bars, and I didn't know how to go into it, but I was like, oh, okay, this is. You know what I mean? Like, it's treadmill music right here. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and actually, you might not even want people to see you dancing to it. You gotta listen to it on the low, like, you know what I mean? But nonetheless, definitely fire. You know what I mean? And
3 solid projects.
Yeah. What do you think about?
Surprisingly, because normally, if artists, I mean, I don't know that artists put out 3 simultaneous albums, but we've seen artists put out double albums. Yeah. And normally, like, maybe, like, you know, the second one isn't as hot or something. But I mean,
or the deluxe. They'll add 5 songs. I see why these didn't make.
But this is 3 individual projects. They all sound different. They all have their, you know, he did his thing.
How do you feel? Is he?
Now my question is, did he do it to get out of be done with his deal? So
I heard that rumor. I heard that rumor because it's.
And he does mention like kind of stuff like that on the, you know, on the.
He's
album.
also beefing with Lucien Grange, which is, I believe, the head of Universal.
He is.
Yeah, he disses him a couple times on the album. Yeah.
I don't know how you beefing with niggas who gave you a plane.
I think with that level though, it's just like. I don't even know if they probably run into each other and shake hands. but knowing that he's suing him or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think when you at just at that level, it's like it's business. It's not
strictly business.
Yeah. And if we really want to get into the minutia of the lawsuit, I do think that's kind of corny what Drake is trying to claim, that they were pushing one more than the other, because I do believe he was the beneficiary of that same treatment. Now, why they chose sides if they didn't have to, that might be a personal thing. That might be so you piss somebody off. But I don't. And now no one can tell you not to sue. Like, this is America. You know what I mean? It's Canada, actually. but you know what I'm saying? It does come across a little weird if it worked for you and now it doesn't. Now you got an issue with it. But that being said, what did you think about how much attention he gave the Kendrick situation
on the album?
Yeah.
I mean, you have to think this is the first solo project since that happened, so you can't not address it. I mean, and so, in my opinion, the Kendrick situation, in terms of Iceman, like it fueled a lot of what we hear in Iceman in terms of the I don't even know how to
introspective
introspectivism or whatever, however the hell you want to pronounce it. A lot of that had to do with that ass whooping that he got from the Kendrick situation.
Because that happened, he had to look at just where he was at in life and how.
Yeah, I mean, and so it's unavoidable not to address. And as fans, fans were looking to.
Not one bar.
What you have to say about it.
Yeah.
You know, he's not necessarily going at Kendrick like he did during the battle, but he's addressing the situation, talking about.
I mean, there's a couple disrespectful. Calls him a little boy.
Giving us insight, on where he's at mentally with that situation.
What I like about it is I think we live in this like Floyd Mayweather era where it's like one loss, you're done. It's almost like you got to. It's like or you played such and such amount of years in the NBA, you didn't get a ring, but that takes away from your greatness. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a team sport. I think what I like about Drake losing to a Pusha T, Drake losing to a Kendrick, still on top of the game, is it shows you that losses aren't deaths. You know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of times people are avoiding certain conflicts or avoiding just approaching something because they're like, well, what's that going to look like if it don't go the right way? Not to say that Drake doesn't think like that. I'm sure.
Yeah, I didn't think he entered into any of those battles thinking he was going to lose.
No, of course not. Of course not. But it also but it's not a death sentence.
Right.
And I almost think of it like UFC. Like you're going to lose. Like Ronda Rousey's the only person I know that lost that couldn't take it anymore. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, like that's expected in just life, you know what I'm saying? And I don't think America wants to see somebody on this trajectory of just a meteoric rise constantly going up. We actually like to root for you. Then we want to see you fall.
Right.
Then we want to see you come back again. And Robert Downey Jr., you know what I'm saying? Like the story's been told so many times throughout history that we, I don't know why we like to do that. We like to root for the underdog. You feeling yourself a little too much, bring him down, knock him down a peg. He back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And but Drake is doing it, man. And you can't deny great music maker. And I don't think anyone. That's where it gets weird, where people they choose the side of the beef. Like everything he makes is whack. That's not true at all. I wouldn't say, and people on the Drake side say that about Kendrick. Not true. Maybe it's not your cup of tea, but he has the numbers to prove that it's a lot of people's cup of tea. You know what I'm saying? But don't make this thing of, and I think that's what Jay-Z was saying in the interview about where rap battles are now. Now it's like a side where I stood in the middle. I was like,
I don't.
Yeah,
I didn't know F Kendrick or F Drake, like,
OVO and all this. It's not my fight, you know what I'm saying? But I was rooting. I watch sports, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes, like, I watched the Western Conference Finals. I didn't have a dog in that fight, but I enjoyed the battle of it. And there was a time where Drake was coming out, dropping bars. Remember, Kendrick was slow. I was like, Drake got him.
Yeah.
Then Kendrick started coming back, and I was like, you know what I'm saying? Drake tried to go. So it's like, I'd rather be the guy that doesn't choose Republican or Democrat, like win my vote. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what this battle does. Now, I'm also, because I don't do that, I don't have the shame of being like, oh, now I can't listen to Drake because I didn't pick a side like that to go hard on. So, and I think a lot of people painted themselves in those boxes now where they might be missing out on some dope music. You know what I'm saying? But since according to this, Drake has 15 #1 albums, over 400 Hot 100 entries, 90 top 10 hits, and the most #1 songs among solo male artists on the Hot 100. Where do you
I
think?
wonder where the female number, because it said male artist, so I wonder where female lands on that, or is the male the highest?
In terms of all having more than the female, you think?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a good question. I almost wanted to say yeah, but I don't
yeah.
have the proof to back that up. But if Drake were to retire, where's he at in hip hop?
I mean, you can't. He's on the Mount
Mount
Rushmore. You
Rushmore.
can't
You know what
deny
I'm
that.
saying?
I mean,
Definitely in the top four.
there's no ifs, ands, or buts. Now, if he's your favorite or not, that's a whole different story. But I mean, you can't deny greatness at the end of the day. So,
Does Drake's success show that rap credibility it has nothing to do with overall success? And I say that because take the Drake out of it, we've seen Gunna quote unquote do the cardinal sin you don't do in hip hop, still do okay with himself. We seen even Young Thug still drops music. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's ostracizing him out the game. So this like rap credibility where it's like you got to be the best spitter, or you got to live the street life, or you got to do that. In my opinion, has nothing to do with commercial success.
no, at the end of the day, as long as you spit hot fire,
People don't
people gonna love you.
Yeah.
There's gonna be the ridicule and people who talk, but that's only gonna last but so long. That's gonna last 2 weeks, a month, and then. But as long as you keep doing what you do, we're gonna forget about that.
Yeah.
And we're gonna embrace you again at some point.
How would you feel before we move on? The Khaled bar, like, because I saw Fat Joe talking about it, and it's like it's rough when Fat Joe's like, I don't want to like that song.
No, the problem is the song he dissed Khaled on is the hottest fucking song on the album.
That shit is crazy, dog. It's some crazy shit on it.
It's really hot.
It's a hell of a
I said, damn, why he dissed him on the best song on it?
I'm like, that would hurt me. I ain't gonna front. Maybe Khaled feels the same way. You know what I'm saying? But what'd you think about that? Because a lot of people are looking at Khaled in a different way. I wasn't crazy about Khaled before this.
I mean, Drake ain't say nothing that we didn't already
say,
because people were already talking about that a whole year ago when it all happened, and so. You know, I mean,
well, more so not the Free Palestine of it all, because I feel like I don't pick a side on that either. So it's like who am I to point the finger at Khaled? I mean, more so on because if I understood the bar correctly, Drake is like, you got real quiet when shit got hot for me, and then when shit fizzled out, you came popping up like, oh, new album coming out, got 2 new Drake songs on it, and that's when Drake had to hop in the comments like what Drake you talking about? You know what I'm saying? So
is Drake on his new album?
No, okay. But that new album was supposed to come out like a year and a half ago.
Oh, okay.
And he was pushing that. He hopped online and he was like, yo, I got when my new album drops is fire. He talking about all the people on it. He's like, and I got 2 new songs from Drake. And Drake hopped in the comments right away and said that, like, nah, them songs ain't getting cleared, bro. Like, okay. Like, fuck out of here. But because I'm assuming he felt like, yo, you got quiet when it was hot for me. Now I got an album out with Party Next Door, Nokia's blowing up. Now you want to talk about, nah, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? But some people say that's unfair.
Yeah,
it's like,
so I think, you know, Drake's expectation, I mean, at the end of the day, you know, your expectations can be whatever they are. Nobody can tell you what your expectations should be.
Yeah.
But, you know, but this is also coming from the same guy who he tattooed LeBron's jersey on himself. So like his expectation of what loyalty should look like, you know, is, you know, it's on some maybe like some mafia type shit. Like you can't even look at the other direction. You can't talk, like nothing. Like
you can't shake their hand. You can't do nothing like that.
So you know,
which is weird. And then
because what was Khaled? Like, what was Khaled supposed to do in the whole?
That's what everyone's saying. Like, would that have even helped if Khaled hopped online and
what was he gonna say?
Hopped on
I got Drake or F Kendrick or
I guess because they were on Young Money together. They was, you know what I'm saying? They got history.
But what was he supposed to say?
One of Khaled's biggest songs got Drake on it on the hook. You know what I'm saying? So. I can see where Drake,
a lot of people, but again,
I didn't hear Nicki say nothing. I didn't hear.
What were these people like? What were they supposed to? I
think he wanted the reason to talk about Khaled, and I remember what T-Pain was saying, how Khaled is the guy that's like my brother, but then you not popping no more. You don't hear the phone call from him. He won't answer your call.
I hear that piece.
I think, like you said, Drake's view of loyalty may be skewed. Khaled's view of friendship is calling everybody his brother. some people gonna take that shit literally.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to take what comes with that. Like, and it seems like a lot of people took it literally. But
and then Khaled, I don't ever look at Khaled as a side. Like Khaled, I just look at, he loves everybody. Like everybody he's going to be friendly towards. Like he's not going to pick a side on some shit.
Because that's his business of, I need these people to get on the songs. It doesn't.
It's not like back in the G Unit Terror Squad days type of deal.
And I think he doesn't look. I'm not in Drake's camp. Like maybe if you got at Fat Joe but Khaled's his own entity. Khaled don't even diss people that diss him.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know what Drake expected from certain people.
But we don't know what goes on behind the scenes and what you know why they, because that shit with Future got squashed.
That piece still, like, I'm curious, like what the hell happened there.
I look back into it. I heard that shit got squashed right after the song came out.
Are you talking about like that?
Yeah.
I can, maybe because, and I was thinking about this randomly on the way here, maybe like when Future did that track for Metro, he didn't know that
was that,
what was going on, that Kendrick was going to be on it.
I kind of feel like it went that route.
And then once the song came out, he I didn't know, blah, 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 blah. I don't want nothing to do with this. And
I don't know about that.
Screenshot to Drake. I don't know.
Because Future didn't come out at the time, like, say that. But also it would have sabotaged their own project.
Right.
I also think Metro's the producer. You listen to that album, there's interludes by Mobb Deep on there. I think Prodigy specifically. And everything sounds like you talking about a Drake. Like, go back and listen to, what is it, We Don't Trust You or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then We Still Don't Trust You. They have interludes on there from like different people. Like, I think Charlamagne's on the second one saying some shit. But like, they use certain things where like it feels like you coming at you, but I can see a world where Future's like, I just spit the lyrics. I don't do that. Does he make the beats? He put, because Metro just did his own solo album right before that. So I can see him looking at this as kind of like a part two, but it's like me and Future working together. Because I think the Metro, I don't know, but I think the Metro Drake shit is over a girl. And I think, and it's like, you know what I'm saying? And Future, like, and Future and him might have had a misunderstanding. I think Future knew what it was. I don't think that song came out without Future knowing it had a Drake diss on it. But I think Future was mad at Drake at a certain point in time, and I think they squashed it. Elliot Wilson has said it back, I think at the end of 2024, that had happened. So I could see that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they just got on the phone and they got cool. Because when Young Thug got out of jail and he was talking about everybody should squash their beefs and da-da-da-da-da, I think Future had liked one of them or whatever. So, like, that to everybody was like why they weren't that surprised that Future was on the album and shit like that. But yeah, conversations happen, you know what I'm saying? But speaking, thank you for checking out this short clip of the Perfect Talk podcast.
Make sure you like, subscribe, put those comments in. People, let us know what you're thinking.
Also, check out the website, perfecttalkpodcast.com, for everything Perfect Talk Podcast. Peace.